Ever wonder why sustainable farming practices are so vital to our future? Well, the answer lies in three key areas: the environment, the economy, and food security. When it comes to the environment, regenerative farming practices offer an effective solution to combat climate change. By sequestering carbon in the soil, these practices help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Not only that, but regenerative farming also leads to healthier, more resilient soil, which is essential for the growth of our crops. On the economic front, this method of farming can provide a stable income for farmers, as it reduces the need for expensive synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. And let's not forget about food security. With the world's population expected to reach nearly 10 billion by the middle of the century, we need a farming system that can produce enough food without damaging our planet. Now that we understand the importance of sustainable farming, let's travel around the globe to see some successful examples of regenerative farming. Our first stop is in New Zealand, where a dairy farm has managed to increase productivity while lowering its environmental impact. Tucked away in the verdant landscapes of New Zealand, a local dairy farm is redefining the boundaries of sustainable farming. Here, the farmers have turned to practices like rotational grazing, a method that allows the land to rest and regenerate. The livestock graze in different areas each day, giving the soil time to recover and the grass to grow back healthier and stronger. In addition to this, the farm has implemented cover cropping, planting a variety of crops to protect and enrich the soil. This not only improves soil health but also increases biodiversity, a win-win for the environment. And let's not forget composting. By turning organic waste into nutrient-rich compost, the farm is reducing waste and nurturing its soil simultaneously. As we journey through this innovative farm, it becomes clear that these practices are far from just feel-good measures. They're strategic, sustainable solutions that pay dividends both for the planet and the pocketbook. As we can see, regenerative farming practices can result in both environmental and economic benefits. Next, we're off to Spain, where an olive farm has transformed its land and business through regenerative farming. Imagine a vast olive grove, its branches heavy with fruit. But this is not just any farm. It's a shining example of regenerative farming at its finest. The farm has adopted agroforestry, integrating trees and shrubs with their olive crops. This combination enhances biodiversity and boosts soil health, making the land more fertile and productive. Moreover, the farm uses organic fertilization, turning waste into a resource to nourish the soil. This closed-loop system reduces waste and fortifies the land, making it more resilient to the harsh effects of climate change. The result? A healthier ecosystem teeming with life, from the smallest soil microorganisms to the birds in the trees. The olives are more robust, and the farm is flourishing, both economically and ecologically. This case study shows us that regenerative farming practices not only make economic sense, but also help to preserve our planet. Finally, we're heading to the USA, where a grain farm is leading the way in regenerative farming. This American farm is a shining example of how innovative, earth-friendly practices can revolutionize the way we cultivate our food. One of the key practices adopted here is no-till farming. By eliminating the traditional plowing process, the farm has significantly reduced soil erosion. This not only conserves the topsoil but also enhances its fertility, making it a win-win situation. The farm also focuses on diversified cropping, which means growing a variety of crops in one place. This practice enhances the biodiversity of the farm, making it more resilient to pests and diseases. Plus, it has the added benefit of improving the soil's nutrient content and water retention capacity. The result? A noticeable increase in crop yields, proving that regenerative farming is not just good for the environment, but also a viable, profitable model for agriculture. These case studies highlight the power of regenerative farming practices to transform our agricultural systems. As our journey around the world comes to an end, let's recap what we've learned about regenerative farming. These practices, as we've seen, hold the key to sustainable farming, enabling us to restore and rejuvenate our precious soil. Regenerative farming methods not only benefit our environment by boosting biodiversity and reducing carbon emissions, but they also have economic advantages. Farmers can reduce their dependency on artificial fertilizers and pesticides, leading to cost savings in the long run. Moreover, healthier soil means more productive crops, thus ensuring food security for our ever-growing population. But perhaps the most important takeaway is this: the future of farming hinges on our ability to adopt and promote these regenerative practices. We've seen firsthand how farmers from different corners of the globe are successfully implementing these methods. Remember, the future of farming, and indeed our planet, lies in our hands. Let's make it a sustainable one.